That's not all. I actually
That's not
have
all?
these two for you.
Oh, yo.
Hello, my name is Christian Lee. I'm here for Earworm Digital, and we're here with. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Vantage.
And Vantage, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you. It's good to be out here in LA. Very warm, good weather. having
You
a
think
great
so?
time. Yeah.
Oh, when did you fly in from Japan to here?
3 days ago.
3 days ago. What's been the warmer temperature here or over there?
Oh, here, definitely. Like super warm, but I don't mind it. It's, Japan is very humid.
I've heard, it's like you never left.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just like this right now. It's terrible.
Like a smooth transition.
Yeah. But how are you doing today? You're here. We're here at somewhere in LA. We're not gonna dox ourselves, even though
Undisclosed location.
even though no one is gonna see this like currently. You gotta keep it safe. But
Exactly.
you're here because you're opening up for Young Bae,
That is
and you're doing the back-to-back, right?
Back to back with the homeboy Macross 8299. Very excited about this. We actually had a back to back on the last tour's after party show. And yeah, it went so good that we just decided to go with it for this tour.
I remember that last one was in LA as well, right?
Yep, that's right.
I remember. I was begging people because we drove up from here. We drove up from San Diego from here. It's like 2 hours away.
All right.
And then I remember when that happened, I was begging my friends like, please, someone go up with me. I want to see their show.
Yeah, that was a big one. That was the very first one with everybody in.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel like this year it's even more people, right? We got Moe Shop, Flamingosis, all those great people. So very exciting indeed.
Cool. And is this because you're gonna be on tour right after this too? Is it gonna be your first U.S. tour or?
Well, that's gonna be the second one if you count last year as a tour. It was only 5 shows, so I don't know what's the limit for when it becomes a tour or not. But yeah,
this one more shows.
Yeah. The first tour with like the tour bus and all the associated tour cliche things that come with it. So yeah.
Yeah. And so you're originally from France.
That's right.
And I'm wondering because I heard you fell in love with music. I think you said it's like you saw like on YouTube or something someone made the flashing lights beat.
Yep. Wow. Yeah. I don't know where you got that from, but yeah. That's right. I was in boarding school and my dad showed me this video of somebody remaking a Kanye West beat. The video is off YouTube now, which is I'm very sad about it.
You have to remake it.
Yeah, I have to remake it. Yeah, Kanye West flashing lights in under 6 minutes. I think the title was by T-Zord. So yeah, that's
you
how
remember
first,
it. So that's how it inspired you to make beats.
Yep. At first, I was just copying beats and try to reverse engineer a little bit what was going on. And then I stumbled on some like a sample breakdown videos on YouTube, and I was like, hey, I want to do that. And that's how I got into like more electronic music type of stuff.
So you were in electronic, and then now people would say that your music is definitely under it's so hot I can't remember it now. But
sample based.
Yeah, funk, sample based. Yeah, funk wave, French house. And how did you get into that genre specifically?
Well, actually, I had I love to say that the classic progression for music producers is to start with samples and then try to, compose your own stuff. And that's what happened with me. But at some point, I just felt like, composing and being super onto my stuff, with the release schedule and all that. I thought it was like too hard and too, I don't know, not fun enough. And that's when I made Vantage as sort of like an escape to like the professional music sort of.
And now it's funny because now it's like your biggest thing.
Yeah, right. It's like what took off, It's like I really didn't expect that. So yeah, I don't know. I guess there's something to be said about like being true to your music and just being real. It works.
It's true.
I don't know.
And what made you fall in love with like Japanese pop, Japanese disco, and everything? Because originally you're in French, and when people think of like French bands, maybe like Phoenix or Daft Punk,
right.
But then you're just like.
Right. I feel like that type of music was always sort of Japanese infused, maybe not in the music influences, but like the whole like care about the packaging and merchandising and all that stuff, that comes with it. And also Daft Punk like straight up did like an anime with Reiji Matsumoto, you know,
I forgot they did do that.
the Captain Harlock guy. So I think it's all of those influences that sort of, you know, got to me at some point, and yeah, I was like, yeah, Japan's cool. Let me mix that up into what I'm doing.
But you took it the next step. You just full on just moved to Japan too.
Yeah. That's right. I sort of like assimilated the entire thing. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of things I love about Japan. You know, the cars, the whole video game stuff. Yeah, on every level, I think Japan has something to offer, and that's really, really interesting. You know, being there.
Speaking about video games, let's talk about like video games and like streamers a little bit. Because I'm wearing this hoodie. It's a Mogul Moves hoodie. I don't know if you know it as, but you know Ludwig.
Yep,
And
Ludwig.
he's a big supporter of your music, and that's how I found your music too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I think he was playing a game, and then I heard 50-50. I'm like, okay. And then when the guitar kicks in, I'm like, oh my gosh, this song's insane.
Yeah.
So that's how I became a fan. That's how I reached out.
Yeah, I definitely owe like a lot of streams to Ludwig. I think Count What You Have Now is
so
like,
good too.
most of those streams are from Ludwig, like for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever met him before?
No, we've talked on Twitter, but I haven't had the chance to meet him.
And
Yeah, would love to though.
I mean, you're in LA. I mean, you're not going to see this, but you should come to one of the shows. You know.
Yeah, please come. Any show, I got ticks. No worries, you just hit me up. You're welcome here.
Okay, well let's move back a little bit. Let's talk about like what musician, what artist inspired like you know, just to make music in general.
Well, definitely Daft Punk. I think that's the obvious one. And then a couple other French artists like Justice, Breakbot, the whole Ed Banger crew. If I had to cite American music, it would be just like mainly like funk, disco, you know, all the Motown stuff, early Atlantic record stuff, and of course like the Japanese artists, you know, like Yamashita Tatsuro and all the city pop vibes, but also like more contemporary stuff, like Nakata Yasutaka, who's the producer for Perfume, Capsule, Kyari Pamyu Pamyu. So yeah, I think those are like the biggest ones, the biggest influences.
Your pronunciations are on point.
Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, thank you for letting me know who you like. And you know, obviously, you know, we're here at your hotel. You have some friends upstairs. But I want to know though, because you know, you traveled from Japan to here. I know you have a lot of music friends, but maybe not any friends outside of that. So I'm wondering, do you think we could be friends? Or?
Yeah, of course, man.
Hey, clear it air.
Hell yeah.
All right. And a thing I like to do for my friends, I like to give them gifts.
All right.
And so I have some gifts for you, actually.
Oh, wow. I'm feeling honored, man.
And so first one, where is it? Here you go.
Oh.
It's like you never left Japan, you know?
Wow, Kinoko no Yama.
Yeah.
Wow, that takes me back. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Man. Yeah.
But that's not all. I actually
That's not
have
all?
these two for you.
Oh, yo.
There you
Damn, that's
go.
crazy.
You're welcome.
Oh, those are so cool, man. I actually don't even have those. Damn.
Thank God.
Yay. Oh man, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Have
Thank
you ever
so
seen
much.
the movie before?
I actually have never seen the movie.
But have you listened to the soundtrack? It's so
Of
good.
course,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
I've listened to the soundtrack like
It's
countless
so
times.
good,
man.
yeah.
Oh, dude, this is nice. This is nice. Well, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, you took me by surprise. I don't have any gifts for you.
And you know, maybe we'll talk after the interview. You know,
All
we'll see.
right.
But I have another question for you. And so, you know, you've been making music for a long time, but I'm sure you've done other stuff outside the music industry too.
Yep.
Is it true that you're an A&R for, I think it's like something called like Happiness or?
Oh, Happiness Therapy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I help them out sometimes. It's actually my friend's label and music events organizer back in my hometown of Lyon in France. And yeah, I help them out from time to time, and like we do stuff together, and it's just, you know, we're friends, so I like to give a hand sometimes. So yeah, good info.
And another one thing I like to ask you too, because you know, you do the music, but you actually do much more. I heard you actually have a clothing brand too, right?
Yep.
So
I
tell
have
me a little bit more
clothing
about
brand.
that.
Well, it was just something that I put together because I wanted, you know, to provide like merch for everybody. and nobody was really doing that. There was some stuff, you know, in the community that was sort of like, you know, the same vibe, but nothing of the artists for everybody. So I wanted to provide that, and it sort of got out of hand. So like I'm not really taking care of it too much. But the other thing that happened is Neon City started making clothing for everybody, and I guess they're a little bit better than I am. And so it sort of like, you know, faded into each other at a good timing. But yes, I used to make clothing. Wow.
All right. And you know what? The last thing I have to ask you is, you know, now that you're in America, you've been here a few times. I want to know, how do you think about like American food versus like Japanese food?
The servings are huge. The servings are enormous. Like the other day, we went to eat with a friend, and we literally couldn't finish even half what we ordered. And like we didn't order crazy. It was just like 2 plates and an appetizer, and that was already too much.
For how many people?
2 people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. America, they love to do it big, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, better too much than not enough, right? Which Japan is more on the not enough side. But
I mean, like even clothes there, it's like you have to order like a size up, right?
Yeah. Everything's just smaller. Yeah. Maybe it's the opposite of America. Japan is like
pretty much.
America, everything big, right? It's like the apex.
Well, thank you for taking time to do the interview.
Well, of course.
Love it a lot. I'm glad I was able to do this. This is sick.
Having a good time.
Dream come true.
Hell
But
yeah.
you know how I like to end the interview, you know, because we're here doing this because, you know, you obviously, and so the cameraman's just gonna put the camera on you, and it's gonna be you and him. You guys, you can plug whatever you want, your social media, new music coming out, you know, the tour dates. The rest of the time is all you for this interview.
All right. Please come to the tour. There's a lot of dates. They're on Instagram. If I'm playing next to you, please come see me. It's gonna be good. Instagram, Twitter, and basically all my social media is @Vantage Noise.